You stand at the threshold. Not metaphorically, but literally. You feel the cold doorknob in your palm. This is the door, the one that leads to a promotion, to recognition, to the relationships that could fill the emptiness inside. Your heart is pounding to the rhythm of now or never. But instead of turning the knob, you let go. It's not that you don't want what's on the other side. It's that the silence beyond is more frightening than any noise of failure. Imagine that silence. It's louder than any fear. For years, you've been told, fear failure. It's a convenient lie. The truth is much darker, much more personal. Success is an existential threat to your current identity. Your brain, that ancient survival mechanism, whispers, stay small, stay safe. Because if you become who you are capable of being, who will you be then? That question is more paralyzing than any fear of failure. Today, we expose the biggest myth about your psyche. You think procrastination is a weakness. You think self-sabotage is a lack of willpower. No, it's a brilliant, evolution-honed defense system. Your mind is consciously sacrificing your potential greatness to preserve the familiar, predictable you. This isn't weakness. It's a sophisticated psychological strategy for the survival of a false self. The first insight: the death of your current self. Success isn't about adding new qualities. It's about losing your old identity. You are the promising newcomer. Success would kill that newcomer. You are the unrecognized genius. Recognition would bury that comfortable mask. Your brain, craving homeostasis, perceives this psychological death as a physical threat. It will choose familiar suffering over unfamiliar bliss every time. Because that suffering is part of who you believe you are. Think of him, that charismatic classmate whose jokes could break any tension. But in his eyes, you could always see a void when the party ended. His charm was a wall against true intimacy. Deep down, he was afraid. If someone broke through that barrier, they would see. No one. His personality was a performance. Succeeding in a real relationship would have ended the show. So he sabotaged every chance to get close. You are not afraid of climbing the mountain. You are afraid of the moment you reach the peak, look back, and see no shadow. Because your shadow is all you've ever known of yourself. Success demands you shed your old skin. And this process of psychic molting is more terrifying than any failure. The second insight: the cost of leaving the tribe. Your DNA remembers a time when exile from the tribe meant certain death. Success is voluntary exile. It lifts you above the average. It makes you different. And different, in the ancient wiring of your brain, equals dangerous. You will provoke envy even among friends. Misunderstanding even from those closest to you. Your success will become a mirror in which they see their own unfulfilled dreams. And people hate mirrors like that. Your current habits, your social circle, even your dysfunctional relationships, they are your psychological tribe. This is the familiar territory your brain has marked as safe. Subconsciously, you choose to be unhappy among your own, rather than risk being happy but alone as a stranger at the top. This isn't weakness. It's an ancient survival instinct firing in a modern context. You say you want to transform your body, but your mind knows. When you become fit and self-assured, the friends with whom you've shared meals and complaints for years will no longer recognize you. Your new habits will become a silent judgment on their choices. Your very silence will feel like an accusation. You will be committing an act of betrayal against your tribe. And your brain, that ancient guardian of tribal belonging, will do everything it can to prevent that betrayal. The third insight: the terror of absolute freedom. The existential philosophers of the last century understood this. Frankl, Sartre, Camus. They discovered that the deepest anxiety comes not from limitations, but from limitless possibility. Failure gives you an alibi. It lets you say, I could have if I had really tried. Success strips you of that convenient excuse. Forever. Imagine you wake up financially free. $20 million in your account. No more excuses. No terrible boss. No bad economy. No lack of time. There is only you and the pure, undiluted responsibility for every second of your existence. This is the most frightening kind of freedom. Because now, you can't blame anyone else for your unhappy life. Only yourself. You sabotage your business plan because failure is comfortable. Failure whispers, "You just didn't try hard enough." Success will ask, "What will you do now that you know what you're capable of? How will you live with that knowledge?" That question hangs in the air, paralyzing your will more deeply than any fear of bankruptcy. So, how do we reprogram these ancient circuits? How do you outsmart a mind built for survival but not for greatness? Step 1. The completion ceremony. You must consciously, ritually, bury the version of yourself you are now. This is not a metaphor. Take a piece of paper. Describe your current character in detail. I am someone who starts projects with enthusiasm and abandons them at the first sign of difficulty. I am someone who is afraid of looking foolish in front of strangers. I am a victim of circumstances created by others. Now burn that paper. Literally. Watch as the flame consumes these definitions. Your brain, that ancient organ, understands the language of ritual. Without this ceremony, your old self will fight for its existence until the very end. Step 2. Changing your tribe from the inside out. Your true tribe isn't the people around you. It's the voices in your head. You must find new tribesmen in the books of the Stoics, in the journals of great entrepreneurs, in the biographies of artists who have walked this path. Your mindset is your new community. When you change your internal dialogue, your external environment begins to adjust automatically. You are not betraying old friends. You are simply outgrowing the need for their approval as your primary source of identity. Step 3. Existential acceptance of responsibility. Stop searching for motivation. Start seeking responsibility. Ask yourself not, "What do I want to feel?" but, "What am I responsible for in this life?" For your physical body, the only vessel you have. For the talents you were given at birth. For your limited time on this planet. Confidence is not born from feelings. It is born from action taken in spite of feelings. Emotions are the background noise. Responsibility is the call to action. Your relationship with the world, your ability to attract great opportunities. It all stems from your relationship with yourself. You fear success because you think it will change you. The truth is, it will expose you. It will strip away all the layers of excuses, social masks, and defense mechanisms, and reveal the one who has been there all along. Naked, authentic, free. You are not afraid of heights. You are afraid of locking eyes with the person waiting for you at the summit. Because that person is the only real version of you. Everything else is just a shadow cast by your fear of your own power. Stop building a prison from the bricks of your potential. The key has been in your hand all along. The only person you're truly afraid of disappointing is the person you're afraid of becoming. The one who will handle it. The one who will endure. The one who has nowhere left to hide. Walk up to a mirror. Look into the eyes of the one looking back at you. They are not afraid. You are. And now, take the step. Not toward success, but toward yourself.